Right now at noon, Republicans are trying to throw out the impeachment trial of former President Donald Trump. We'll have the latest from Capitol Hill. And the CDC has released new information about when it's safe for schools to reopen.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kay. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Wednesday afternoon. A partly sunny, a little colder today. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first WARN forecast. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, Mark, we are seeing quite the difference when you compare this to what we saw yesterday. The snow was just starting to wind down at this time yesterday, and we still had a lot of that cloud cover. But this time we are seeing sunshine and an abundance of it. Blue skies all the way around as you begin to look out of our tower cam here at the station. Now we begin to transition things over to radar, and one of the things you'll see on radar is that we are all clear. The radar is now getting a much needed break as opposed to what we saw at the same time yesterday. The actual storm system in question that is now far off towards the north and east, and it will continue to move away as we go through time. Temperature-wise, we are still sitting with those temperatures colder than we were at this exact same time yesterday, and by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, we're really going to see those temperatures on a chilly note. 15 in Madison right now, 21 in Lone Rock, 21 for Janesville as well. As we look ahead, here's what to expect. Temperatures top out right around 20 degrees today. Well, with clear skies tonight, fresh snow on the ground, that sets the recipe for temperatures to perhaps go below zero. How cold do we go, and could we be seeing another winter storm this weekend? I'm answering those questions in about 10 to 15 minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont, who will be presiding over former President Donald Trump's second impeachment trial, is back at work. The 80-year-old Democrat went to the hospital yesterday, hours after he swore in his fellow senators as jurors in the trial. Deborah Alfarone reports from Capitol Hill.
Vermont Senator Patrick Leahy returned to the Senate Wednesday after going to a Washington, D.C. hospital Tuesday evening for observation.
Will all senators now rise and raise their right hand?
The 80-year-old Democrat sought medical attention hours after administering the oath to his fellow senators in former President Trump's impeachment trial. Leahy will preside over the trial, which Kentucky Senator Rand Paul tried to have dismissed on constitutional grounds.
This proceeding, which would try a private citizen and not a president, a vice president, or civil officer, violates the Constitution.
The effort failed, but only 5 Republicans sided with the Democrats. 17 Republicans would need to join with Democrats to convict the former president of inciting the deadly assault on the Capitol. South Carolina attorney Butch Bowers will represent Mr. Trump. In an interview with the Washington Post, Bowers would not say if the former president will appear at the trial or if he will call witnesses. He told the paper, "You'll see our case when we present it, and I think the facts and the law will speak for themselves."
As investigators continue to look into the events of January 6th, acting Capitol Police Chief Yogananda Pittman apologized to lawmakers, saying the department knew that militia groups and white supremacists, possibly armed, would be coming to D.C. January 6th.
Pittman acknowledged the department failed and should have been more prepared for the attack. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Federal investigators have opened up cases into more than 400 potential suspects and expect to bring sedition charges against some of them soon. Right now, over 419,000 Americans have died from COVID-19, and health officials say the deadliest day happened last week.
During the week of January 19th to January 25th, the 7-day average number of deaths decreased by 4.9% to 3,113 per day. And while these data are trending downward is a good sign, the number of deaths reported in a single day during the outbreak was reported on January 20th, the peak number of 4,383 deaths.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says it is possible for schools to safely reopen and limit the spread of the coronavirus. Experts have been stressing the importance of in-person learning for students, development, and access to essential services. In one study, CDC researchers looked at schools in Wood County, Wisconsin that opened last fall for in-person learning. They found that COVID transmission was 37% lower in school than it was in the surrounding community. Experts say that's because of precautions the school took, like mandating mandating masks and separating children into smaller groups. The Wisconsin Department of Workforce is asking for new multi-million-dollar technology that they say will help them avoid a backlog of unemployment applications in the future.
As Governor Evers proposed in his recent State of the State address, an initial investment of $5.3 million would allow DWD to move forward with the process now. We also hope to see a full commitment for funding modernization in the state's biennial budget. The actual programming will take 3 to 5 years to complete.
Right now, DWD uses COBOL, which is a program that's over 60 years old. DWD says that they had to bring back 3 former employees who retired to help with programming during the pandemic. DWD says at the height of the pandemic, they were seeing over 321,000 weekly claims. The Republican-controlled Wisconsin Senate has voted to repeal Governor Tony Evers' statewide mask mandate, despite warnings from virtually every sector of the healthcare community that doing so would impair efforts to combat the coronavirus pandemic. Both legislative chambers have to pass the resolution in order to undo the mask requirement. The Assembly scheduled a vote for tomorrow. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says the county's mask order will stand despite the state Senate's vote. President Biden says he'll soon buy more doses from 2 vaccine manufacturers, Pfizer and Moderna. He says up to 300 million Americans could be vaccinated by early fall or the end of summer. The president's plan also calls for boosting vaccine distribution to states by up to a little more than 10 million doses a week starting next week, and for better communication with states learning how many doses they'll be getting up to 3 weeks in advance. About 1% of people in Wisconsin are fully vaccinated as of today. That's more than 69,000 people. Meanwhile, 362,000 total doses are in arms. On Monday, over 14,000 doses were given in Wisconsin. We're approaching 850,000 vaccines reserved for the Badger State so far. As the Biden administration pushes for more Americans to get the COVID-19 vaccine, the country that is split about rolling up their sleeves. 41% of American adults say they want the shots. That's according to a Kaiser Family Foundation survey. That's an increase from December when only 34% said they were interested in the vaccine. Of the 1,500 poll respondents, nearly a third said they wanted to see how others responded to the vaccine before getting one themselves. 6% of those questioned had already received their first shot. Well, Doordash is giving $150,000 in grants to local Madison restaurants as part of its COVID-19 relief program. Local restaurants will be able to apply for a $5,000 grant that can be used to pay for expenses caused by the pandemic. Now, to be eligible, restaurants must be located in Madison, have 3 stores or less, $3 million or fewer in 2019 annual revenue per store, and 50 employees per store or fewer. Applications are available online and will remain open through February 17th. The pandemic has hit the movie industry very hard. Revenue for the industry dropped 80% in 2020, putting many theaters, big and small, on the brink of bankruptcy. Now, for some financial help is on the way. AMC Theaters recently raised hundreds of millions of dollars in financing on its own to stay afloat. Smaller companies are getting stimulus aid from Washington. The National Association of Theater Owners helped successfully lobby Congress for $15 billion in grant money. Businesses that qualify can use it to pay employees, rent, utilities, and vendors. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon.
Another mass vaccine order is in the works, and a vending machine item that's actually health conscious. I'm Diane King Hall at the CBS Broadcast Center. I'll have those stories and more in your CBS Money Watch report.
The modern farmhouse look is here to stay, and we have it for less at Slumberland Furniture. Start out with neutrals. Use a beige or light gray sofa as your base to build on. Next, mix and match metals and wood. Try adding contrast by using light with dark. Finally, add home-style pillows and unique farmhouse accessories. Play around and have fun. Get your current look for less at Slumberland Furniture.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. Keep a neighbor in crisis safely in their home during these difficult times by supporting and donating to the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Did you know that 178 million Americans are missing at least one tooth?
It's true. That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we only focus on tooth replacement solutions.
Whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can create a new smile just for you.
At a price that's affordable.
Because at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we want you to go ahead and smile.
We all love reading the magazine, but did you know there's additional exclusive Madison Magazine content here on channel3000.com? Click on Madison Magazine for timely food stories and blogs on the local food scene that don't appear in the magazine. Find arts and entertainment and interesting Madisonians. There are featured columnists and online extras like photo galleries and videos. Channel 3000 and Madison Magazine. Together, they're your one source for all things Madison.
COVID vaccines go under the microscope.
What exactly are these mRNA vaccines and how do they work?
News 3 Now gives you the facts
These are not live virus vaccines.
and puts common misinformation to rest. Thursday at 10.
More shots are coming. Moderna says it is in talks with the U.S. government to supply another 100 million doses of its coronavirus vaccine for delivery in the third quarter of this year. That would be on top of the 200 million doses the government has already agreed to purchase. Stocks started today's session under pressure as investors grow increasingly worried about sky-high levels. Boeing lost ground after its latest earnings report showed a record loss of $11.9 billion. And the winter spike in COVID cases cut into Starbucks' bottom line. The Java Giant says same-store sales fell 5%, so its stock is under pressure in early trade. Walmart is turning to robots to help fulfill orders. The world's biggest retailer says it will add robot-staffed warehouses to dozens of its stores. The robots will work behind the scenes, fetching frozen and refrigerated food, as well as small merchandise for pickup and delivery. And a vending machine that delivers COVID tests. Yesterday, Wellness for Humanity unveiled its first vending machine that sells coronavirus testing kits. The test costs $119, but could be covered by insurance. The health startup says it plans to install 1,000 vending machines across the country over the next few months. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Diane Kinghall.
Thank you, Diane. A down day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrial's off 356 points. The NASDAQ down 170. The S&P 500 down 60. Well, snack giant Frito-Lay estimates that there will be a 21% increase in snacking during this year's Super Bowl. It comes amid an expectation for smaller gatherings as more fans plan to view the big game at home. The company takes the data from its U.S. Snack Index 1, a poll on consumer snacking habits. The index also found that upwards of 40% of Americans are snacking more than they did in 2020. 8 in 10 of those Americans are planning to watch the game, which is still expected to be the most viewed event of the year. To meet the anticipated demand, Frito-Lay is pumping out more than 70 million pounds of snacks in the week leading up to the game. U.S. Postal Service is releasing some out-of-this-world forever stamps this spring. It'll offer stamps of 10 droids from the Star Wars universe, including the beloved R2-D2, C-3PO, and BB-8. The Postal Service says they are a nod to the commitment of Lucasfilm and its parent company Disney to science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM learning. An exact issue date has not been announced. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, a partly sunny start to your Wednesday, and we could see some more snow accumulation this weekend. Meteorologist Chris Reese has more ahead in your first warn forecast.
during the Friends and Family Sale at Furniture and Appliance Mart. You pay what our friends and family pay on top brand appliances, plus special doorbusters like these while supplies last. And no interest financing for 18 months at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
My mom was a bank teller, but her hands were so crippled by arthritis she could no longer do her job. She applied for Social Security disability benefits. Like most people, my mom was denied. I'm attorney Don Becker. Don't be embarrassed and don't give up. My mom appealed. You can too. Disability law is all we do.
Call the Becker Law Office, 1-800-254-7766.
Right now, join Planet Fitness for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. 2020 is over. Make your move today with tons of variety in our clean and spacious clubs. And spread out while you work out with cardio distancing and our new crowd meter. Plus, use our app to get moving anywhere. Your fitness is essential. Join for no enrollment, $10 a month, no commitment. Hurry, this deal ends January 27th.
5 Madison area locations. Sign up for $10 a month. Stop in today.
So I can get the latest phones free with no hidden requirements?
Yep. And do I have to get the most expensive plan?
Nope. No plan restrictions.
Okay, but we have to trade in our phones.
Right?
Right?
Nope. Keep your phones.
Did you say free phones?
Yep. The latest phone's free for you.
Okay,
Switch to US Cellular and get the latest 5G phones free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
During the Friends and Family Sale at Ashley Home Store, save at least 30% and up to 54% off furniture doorbusters like these. Plus, take a bonus 15% off our sale prices at checkout and interest-free financing for 18 months. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Hey folks, Thursday morning we'll preview a big vote at the Capitol on the statewide mask mandate.
And the disproportionate effect the pandemic is having on women. We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
Waking up to stuff like this should never be a surprise. Download the Channel 3000 First Warn app and be ready for whatever Mother Nature throws our way. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
And the Farm Babe is standing by. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee is here with the farm numbers on this Wednesday.
And happy as a clam to report that I finally found a farm equipment show that is actually going forward with a face-to-face experience, Mark.
Really?
Now, you got to travel a little bit. Yeah, it's over in Des Moines. I just got off the phone with the general manager for the Iowa Power Expo. It's going to be happening next week, February 2nd through the 4th at the Iowa Event Center in downtown Des Moines. And he said they've got a full boat of exhibitors that are going to be there, about 75 brand new ones. All the majors are going to be there as well. The John Deeres, the Case, the Cats, the local representatives are going to be working the booth because obviously some of the agriculture companies still have a no travel ban in effect for their employees. But like I said, this is one of the first face-to-face farm expos that we have heard is still going forward. I asked him how many hoops they had to jump through as far as public health concerns were involved. He said they started working months ago with Des Moines officials as well as the Polk County health system. And he said, really what they're going to do is they're going to make masks available, sanitizer available, try to make sure that they've done everything they can with spacing and curtains. But their show is planning to go on pretty much as normal. That's next week, February 2nd through the 4th, Des Moines, Iowa. Meanwhile, here in Wisconsin, we are trying to get a better handle on just exactly what COVID-19's done to our Wisconsin farm families, not just financially, but otherwise too. Greg Bussler, Wisconsin Ag Statistical Service technician, says they are going to be including some COVID-19 questions in on a survey for some 1,350 Wisconsin farms that are going to be randomly selected. They'll be asking them, did you maintain health insurance during COVID? What about any off-farm jobs that the family might have needed? Did you keep your hours or did you lose those? What about Paycheck Protection Program or any other aid that you tapped into? Those are just a few of the questions they'll be asking in this next round of survey. Not much to report today, boy. Barrel and block cheese, both unchanged. AA butter, also standing still for a Wednesday. So there you go. One of those shows going forward. And the only caveat that Tom Junge, the general manager, said is the only thing that can goof us up now is weather. Chris?
Yes, Iowa in February. What could go wrong?
Mm-hmm. What could go wrong?
All right, thanks, Pam. Here is Chris with the forecast.
Yeah, Iowa in February. Really just the entire Midwest in February. It's a gamble with what the weather may be some days. We're coming off the heels of what was a very impactful winter storm for us. Today, things are a lot more quiet outside, and we're seeing more in the way of some sunshine as well. I'm starting with high-resolution radar just to show you the juxtaposition to yesterday. Things are much more quiet out there today, and enjoy that because I'm already watching another potential system by the weekend. Let's talk some of the snow totals that came throughout the day yesterday. Horicon, one of the big winners with an official snowfall report at 9.4 inches of snow. Mineral Point 8.8, 8.5 in Fitchburg. And really we saw all kinds of reports. Officially at the WISC studios, it was 7.5 inches. I can tell you at Reese Manor, it was right around 9 to 9.5 inches. But the airport itself, due to the drifting yesterday, came in very low, only around 5 inches of snow, although citywide, we saw that things were much more than that. Clear skies right now, 15 our temperature. The wind chill down at 6. There's a little bit of a breeze out there. You're going to notice that as we head into the evening, but by tonight, that breeze should begin to subside. 21 our temperature in Janesville, 17 in the Dells. Lone Rock coming in at 21 as well. You factor in the wind, it feels like 11 in Lone Rock, 7 in Watertown, 2 in Juneau. Most of us are seeing those wind chills down into the single digits or the lower teens. But I want to take you hour by hour. We have fresh snow on the ground and clear skies. As the sun sets, this sets the stage for temperatures to really begin to bottom out. So overnight tonight, expect temperatures down around 0, if not perhaps even a degree or two below 0. That's certainly going to be a possibility. Tomorrow's going to be another cold day as well. Temperatures top out right around 18 for those highs. We start to move into Friday. We're down into the single digits in the morning. Some sunshine on Friday, but clouds begin to move into the mix, especially as we move into your Saturday. That brings us to the next potential system that we are watching. That comes our direction likely Saturday evening and into early on Sunday. The question, once again, how far south is this compared to how far north is this? The overall model trends as of late have been that this system is going to be a little bit further towards the north, so we're going to watch it closely, but there's still a potential that the heaviest impacts stay to our south with this one. We still have multiple days because it is Wednesday. This system doesn't arrive until Saturday, but nonetheless, we're your first warned weather team. We're watching that one already. No alert days for the weekend just yet. But of course, we are going to be keeping a very close eye on Saturday and Sunday. Perhaps more snow chances arrive by the time we get you towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. One thing is for sure, it's winter in Wisconsin. A January pattern has shown up. It'll likely take us right on in to February.
All right, enjoy the sunshine while you can. Thank you, Chris. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
The buffalo wing craze continues with a new go-along that your gang will absolutely love. Really, no bones about it.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Oh, baby, I have sinned. Baby, this is my last confession. You know I've never been no good. But when I'm with you, it feels like heaven. I'm begging for mercy, baby. Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
Menards carries everything you need to renovate your kitchen. Start your update with our huge selection of over 10,000 kitchen cabinet styles and finishes. Shop top brands with great features like soft closed doors and drawers, cabinet lighting, and more. Design the kitchen of your dreams for free in-store or at home with our You Create program on Menards.com. Save today on everything for your next project right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Still a traffic jam.
just better views. Still your to-do list, just getting more done. Still packing up, just a little easier. The Chevy Silverado, making life's journey just better.
Right now, get $4,750 cash allowance on this 2021 Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners with an eligible GM credit card get an additional $1,750 total allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This does not look like a discount sofa.
It's not. Everything I sell is quality furniture, and I give you a discount. Bob's discount.
Interesting. I'll remember this for as long as I live.
Bob, you look so young.
Do you remember?
It's not discount furniture. It's quality furniture at a discount.
Bob's discount.
Get Bob's discount!
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Wipe the slate clean for 2020 and start on a lasting career at Herzing University. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. It's possible.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
A few months ago, I was having lunch at the original birthplace of Buffalo Wings, the Anchor Bar in Buffalo. While I was eating, I was thinking not only how popular these spicy wings are, but how much we love anything cooked with the taste of buffalo wings. Everything from soups to dips, even side dishes. To make this one, all we do is toss a head of cauliflower that we cut into florets with some oil and a little salt and pepper. Once that's mixed, onto a baking sheet it goes, and we'll bake it off until the edges start to get crispy. Don't be afraid to let them sort of caramelize, because that's what gives these a ton of flavor. While that cooks, we'll whip up a sauce to coat these with, which is the same sauce that Teresa and Frank whipped up in their Anchor Bar kitchen some years ago. Once the cauliflower is done, all we do is toss it with the buffalo sauce. Then onto a platter they go, topped with some crumbled blue cheese, and we have the taste of buffalo wings in a side dish that is second to none. You gotta go online and get the recipe for what we call buffalo cauliflower, so you can be armed with a new go-along that your gang will go along with. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we're looking for a classic way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. Gamers are being offered a thin slice of heaven from 7-Eleven. The 7-Eleven Game All Night Experience offers a private stay at a new luxury store in Texas before it debuts to the public. The gamers who book for the all-night deal through Airbnb will have access to the PlayStation 5 hooked up to a large screen TV with dual sense controllers. And of course, the gamers can eat all of their favorite 7-Eleven foods and grab drinks from a Slurpee station. This special is being offered for 2 nights only, February 26th and the 28th. More information is posted on the Airbnb website. That could be fun, Chris.
Could be fun. Could be a good way to spend some activity if you're snowed in, per se. Thankfully, we've been able to dig out after the snowstorm yesterday. More sunshine out there today, and we should expect more of that as we move into tomorrow as well. But the clouds, they begin to increase by the time we get you towards Friday. Temperatures top out around 25 for Friday afternoon. Saturday starts dry, but by Saturday afternoon and into Sunday, we could be looking at another impactful snow event throughout parts of the Midwest. And once again, the question is going to be, are the heaviest impacts towards the south or are the heaviest impacts right on top of us? It's going to be close. We're going to watch this one as we get closer. And then once again, we could see more snow chances, this time a little bit lighter by the time we get towards the middle and end of next week.
All right, Chris. Thank you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 4.